Okay, so I'm here this evening, and I'm trying to push in some of these lights. Sometimes I have to. So I do have myself, and I am looking at myself in the mirror as well from time to time, and just trying to get the form. It's a complex area right in there that I'm trying to get, and sometimes it's good to maybe release. What I mean by release your photo, just so that not release it, but to push it back a little bit because I may have it just a little bit too close. So I'm not seeing those little subtle values. I have this little function that's going on in my head. It's been there for years. I couldn't tell you what it is, but it's always been a pain in the butt to paint those. It has always been a pain in the butt to paint that. But I wanted to read properly. So I'm just going back and I'm putting in some more of the lighter values. I'm just whispering across this, just adding as many lighter values as I can in here. Because I felt like my my light planes were too flat. So normally when that happened, I will go back and then restate some areas, make them stronger, restate the lights just a little bit more. And sometimes that takes time, I don't get it right off. So I do a little bit at a time, just until I start feeling just a little bit more comfortable with it. So don't rush it. And so you don't have to rush. So this is the slow process. This is a slow time for me. This is when I really start to hone in. I am thinking from the beginning, but this is really the time to where I really start to think about, the values and the best way to get those values in. I am using a little bit of medium that's already in it, and just expanding things as I need to. Drawing. Step back and squint a little bit, I think squinting definitely helps. If you step back and you say, well, I'm gonna squint just a little bit more because I don't feel like I'm getting totally what I want. I'm also painting wet into wet. This surface is wet. I purposely push some, let me get rid of this. I purposely push some values in there that are lighter earlier, so the paint is still wet. So I'm having a good opportunity here to push more value into that wet on wet. I can go lighter, that's what I'm trying to say. Excuse me, because I am painting and thinking at the same time. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's a little bit tougher obstacle. So with that, I could lighten that up a little bit too. This lightness, make that transition. It's just transitioning from this light plane into this sort of mid dark plane up here. I'm just gonna push this into that just a bit more. Well, let's go just a little bit darker. That's on the back side. I have to be careful that I don't go too warm in this back area because that's a receding plane. So cool colors come forward. Excuse me, warm colors come forward and cool colors recede. So I'm thinking of those cool colors in the back. Warm colors come forward and cool colors recede. So I need to have that plane to recede. Warmer tones in here because it's up front. Squinting down as much as possible. Let me see how this looks. Not bad. I could make it a little bit warmer though. So let's add a little bit of warmth to this mixture. It's just, excuse me, some alizarin crimson. I just decided to put some alizarin crimson in this mixture, that's all. I may add just a smidget of cad red in here because this is my blood area. So I push just a few more warms in this area. Much better. Have it sort of rotate into the darks just a little bit. How is this down here? This is sort of the protruding part of the nose. So I'll make that a little bit warmer because I want it to come forward. Use the butt of the brush. Just want to knock that down just a little bit. Squinting down a little bit. I can go just a little bit stronger. I'm going to try to go lighter than what I need. Reason being, because I really want it to feel three-dimensional, but I don't want to overdo it. So I do have to be careful with it, but I do want it to feel three-dimensional. I don't want it to feel flat at all. Step back and look at it. See, it's starting to come to life just a bit more. So I'll keep doing just a little bit. I'll keep pushing that. I'll keep pushing boundaries with this to see just how far I could take it before I say, well, that may be enough. Now, I do have some small brushes here that I will use. There's some areas that I feel like has a really strong, let me see if I could move the camera just a little bit more this way. Maybe you guys could see what I'm doing here. So I got my maul stick, but there are some light planes that's in here. It's gonna show that there's a rotation going. I am drawing too now. So remember, drawing is still a big part of it. I'm pushing in these warm tones. I want to push those warm tones in here as much as I can. Warm tones and a lighter plane. Let's go a little bit more. I'm just dipping into the crimson some. Started my portrait class today at the school. I'm truly excited. I got some really talented students. Some of them are they're just so daggone talented. They probably could, some of them probably don't need my class, you know. We'll see as time passes, but some of them are just so daggone talented, man, the way I'm thinking, wow, you know, thank you for signing up for the class, even though some of them I felt like they don't need it. Because I've seen their work. So I have some repeat students as well that are very, very talented. And they just enjoy the class. You know, they said, Mr. Fowler, man, we just, we just enjoy the class. So, and I really appreciate them being in the class. Really appreciate it. It's a lighter plane here. I can't explain it too much because I'm still trying to figure that plane out. It's an important plane, and it should help to make it feel much more three-dimensional. Now, I'm definitely not totally where I want to be with the values, so I will increase these values even more so as I see fit. If I look at it today or tomorrow and it seems like it's still flat, I will go back in there and increase the values even more. That's the way that I work, is I constantly, so like I said from the earlier videos, I sneak up on the lights. I sneak up on the light planes. So by doing that, that allowed me to really, really make it feel much more three-dimensional. So that's what I'm doing at this time. I'm working on the lights, and I will increase the lights in this area as much as I can. So next time you see it, you will, hopefully it'll feel much more three-dimensional. Thank you.